Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, June 25th, 2019 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is the natural nurturing process will help me expand through this revolution evolution. And that is on the docket today. We are in expansion mode for the first part of the day, and then we hit our first revolution evolution of Sun in Cancer. There's the Cancer symbol right there. Our first one, right aligned with the first revolution evolution of Sun in Cancer, we have Mercury reaching the 29th degree of Cancer. Mercury is preparing to shift into Leo tomorrow, just for a short period because it will be retrograding back into Cancer. But that 29th degree, we've talked about it many times, it has some level of mastery to it. It has some level of challenge to it. And so between revolution, evolution later in the day and that Mercury 29 degree energy at the end of the day, we may be feeling the feels. The cards are so good. This is meant to be a transformation process because we have not integrated all of the fields. There are places, there are traumas, there are energies that we're still clinging to, that we're still stuck in. It's old stuff. That's what I get from these old things. And we need to be receptive to these energies moving in and through so that we can integrate them. So today is a major transformational day. We don't have a huge amount of aspects today, which is probably good. And it is about allowing the natural nurture process, Joe's words, to help you move through, to help you expand your comfort zone in and through this. I love that. One of my favorite people said that once, that it's not about like breaking your comfort zone in order to expand it. It's like letting it gently stretch and expand. And so that's what we're going to do, because some of these experiences, some of these feels that are going to come on are not necessarily going to feel so good. I spent a large portion of today again sleeping just because this energy is knocking me out, and that's how spirit does the transformation work. And I was having dreams that integrated like other lifetimes with this lifetime, and it was like all woven in together in my dream. So you may be experiencing some similar things, whether it's like conscious, unconscious, in those dream moments. Be very aware that we're working through multiple timelines of these energies. So what you feel may be rational to you, and what you feel may not feel rational to you, and that's okay. We need to touch on the first aspect of the day. It is the sun square the moon. So we have the moon in Aries. So the moon in Aries is like, oh my God, Cancer, get out of bed. Stop sleeping. We have things to do. This is at 3 degrees. So that Aries energy, that Aries moon is impatient and wants to get on with that expansion process, with that adventure process. But Cancer is deep in process. We are now officially, as of Tuesday, a week out from this eclipse energy. So it's not quite the eclipse corridor, but building to this energy has its intensity. And like I said, there are feels from the past, there are traumas, there are energies, there are things that we have not yet cried over that need to be released through the tears. I think that's a thing. Like tears are one of the few ways that the body is really able to expel toxins. So emotional toxins, imagining it coming out through tears, they're functional. It is a thing. So allow these energies. It may not be tears that you feel. You may feel silly. You may feel laughter. You may feel shame. You may feel angry. You may feel rage. There's so many different levels of energies that can come through with this. Be very aware of it. With Mercury at 29 degrees later in the day, there's definitely a very strong chance that you are going to be trying to figure out what's going on. If it comes naturally, wonderful, but if it doesn't, don't force it. Just allow yourself, like let that mantra be, I allow this natural nurturing process. I allow this process. I allow my process. Let that be the background mantra for whatever does come up for you. With that 29 degree Cancer energy for Mercury, I feel like sometimes when we have these feelings, we do want to project it, or we want to place the blame. And I don't think that this is so much about it. It is just about you receiving it and integrating it. It's your feelings, whatever the case is. So no need to project it. There may be some instances of speaking your truth. There may be some instances of speaking your feelings, and by all means, stand in your power and do that. But be very aware of that projection energy coming up. Mercury will be shifting tomorrow on Wednesday into Leo for a little bit, and I think that's going to be a nice little addition to all this watery energy, a little fire to soothe the soul, says the fire sign. All right, so be very aware of that square energy. Cancer squaring that Aries moon. Tell your Aries, I mean, that's what I said to Joe. We have a bunch of video readings that we're in the process of doing for the eclipse readings. And I was like, I wanted to get them, all finished today and done, and I don't feel like I was productive. And he's like, but you were productive. This was something that you needed. Voice of wisdom, right? And that's the same thing. Remind that Aries ambitious energy that does want to get the move on, that you are getting a move on. It may be more of an internal movement that is happening on many levels. All right, so with that, take a second. What are you grateful for? And besides that, you can always book a reading with me. Email me, mimiClark@gmail.com. If you do want an eclipse reading, the rest of the readings are going to have to be live so that I can make sure that we get them in before the eclipse, which is a week out. So if you are interested in that, now's the time to email me about that. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you, and you do have the power. Namaste.